Today's video will discuss the sentence formats for regular verbs in the simple present tense. An affirmative sentence begins with a subject, then a verb, then complete meaning. Now, complete meaning just means the words that turn the subject and a verb into a complete sentence. Let me give you some examples. I work at Phoenix College. You drive to school. He talks in his sleep. We sleep in our beds. They shop at Costco. All of these are affirmative sentences. They do not contain the word not. Negative sentences are a little bit more complicated. They begin with the subject, then either the verb do or does, plus the word not, then the base verb, and again the complete meaning. You have heard of infinitive verbs, such as the verb to cook. The base verb is the word cook. In a negative sentence and in questions, we use the base verb cook, and then we conjugate the helping verb to do as either do or does. The verb to do is conjugated as I do, you do, she or he or it does, we do, and they do. Notice, in English simple present, there is no change except for the third person singular. The third person singular always ends in S. When we use negative sentences, we often contract the verb to do and the word not. Here are the contractions. Do plus not becomes don't. Notice the difference in pronunciation. Do plus not becomes don't. Does plus not becomes doesn't. Let's go back to our format and look at examples. Subject plus do or does plus not plus base verb plus complete meaning, words to finish off the sentence. I do not spend money at Starbucks. You do not buy ice cream. She does not try the new recipe. And now with contractions, he doesn't buy clothes at Ross. We don't match our shoes with our purses. They don't guess the answers. There are two basic types of questions we can ask. The first one we're going to look at are called yes/no questions, because these questions can be answered most of the time using yes or no. Here is our format. Do or does plus subject plus base verb plus complete meaning. This is very much like the negative sentence. Again, we conjugate the helping verb to do, but the main verb remains as the base verb. It does not change. Let's look at some examples. Do I work at this location? Do you sleep late on Sundays? Does Margot try new exercises? Do Joe and I talk too much? Do Fred and Amy shop on Amazon? The second kind of question is called a WH question because it begins with question words such as where, when, what, what time, why, and the word how. Now, the format for WH questions are the WH word plus do or does plus the subject plus the base verb plus the complete meaning. Here are some examples. Where do I sign the document? Why do you want to study English? Where does he live? What does she like? Why does it sound funny? Who does the teacher look like? Don't forget, sentences must begin with a capital letter and end with a period. Questions must begin with a capital letter and end with a question mark. If you don't begin with a capital letter and end with end punctuation, your sentence is not correct. Thank you for listening.